Let's see.
Hi.
Hola, hola. How are you?
We came to see the place. My grandmother, we brought her to.
Okay, permíteme.
Okay, we just want to see.
Yes. So we are. I'm gonna. So we're in Mexico. We're at a clinic. It's called the Biomedical Center, and they treat people that have cancer. And we've had 4 people treated at this facility that were cancer-free after being treated. That I just kind of wanted to share with everybody live on Facebook. So here we go. Let's go check it out. So this place, apparently it was built by the cartel in Mexico, and the moment they got it completed, the government took the property, and then the biomedical clinic, they bought this property, and they started saving people's lives that are suffering from cancer. And so we just wanted to come in and take a look at this place. We've never been here, but we had my grandma treated, and she was pain-free after 3 months of treatment, where the U.S. could not treat and help them. But so far it looks like a pretty neat place. They've got some live birds. Okay, gracias, amigo. Yes, thank you, thank you. Yes. So this is the biomedical clinic. Wow, lots of beautiful birds. They gotta let us in. Huh? Beautiful, beautiful.
So my grandma, my friend, and my girlfriend's mother, we're all treated here. But my grandmother, we never told her. 3 months later, she came to us and said she was in more pain.
You
So
guys,
we wanted
yes.
to actually see the facility. We've actually sent people, so I just got my teeth done.
Okay.
So,
Do you know the patients that they are listened a video about the diet? So that's why they are there.
Oh, they're watching the video on the diet. Oh, yeah. So then,
They should probably like raw salmon or sardines or cut, for example. We suggest to reduce some kind of fishes that contains too much mercury. For example, big fishes like tuna contains too much mercury. So reduce the consumption of this kind of fish, right? Another protein animal that is allowed is organic chicken and organic turkey. So you can eat organic chicken or organic turkey 1 or 2 days per week, and about fish could be like 3 or 2 days per week. Another protein animal that is allowed also is venison, rabbit, fowl, buffalo, deer, elk. You can eat these ones like 1 or 2 days per week also instead of red meat. We need to evaluate really well if you require some red meat, because there's some recommendations and restrictions about red meat in some cancer conditions. Remember that the healthy diet, it is a general protocol, so it is not specified or really specific with some prostate cancer, for example, or colorectal cancer, or brain cancer. So the good thing of this protocol is that we can adjust the diet to your necessities. So every single body is unique, and we need to personalize. We're talking about
How are you?
Oh, very good. Nice to meet
We,
you, my friend.
Mike Dark.
Yes.
in 2000, our friend,
Y'all come in here.
okay, we have the taxi with,
Oh, y'all just taking waiting?
yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Our friend came here, I know he had so many patients, but he had, in his lymph nodes,
Uh-huh.
he and I were born the same day.
Oh, really?
I'm New York, he's California,
Oh,
so
yeah?
he's 12 hours older than me.
Yeah.
So he came in here in 2000, and within a year, he was totally cured.
Oh, that's cool.
In 2010, my friend's mother, she had it riddled through her body. She lived to 87. She was 74 when, so,
Yeah.
and she didn't even come here.
Oh, really?
And then our grandmother.
Well, she was treated from your facility, but she didn't have to
They
come
were-
to get the. You guys just. I think her grandson came for her.
Yeah.
Got the.
No,
You're talking about.
That's,
talking-
what year would that have been?
2010.
Who,
Yeah,
who are you?
normally
Who are
we
you?
don't mail it like that.
I know.
Normally
Well,
a
after
relative or now
No,
during
he
COVID
came-
we did.
No, 2010. My friend who was cured, he came down here,
Okay.
and he got it for his mother-in-law.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In 2018, his dad, his grandfather called us. We were living in North Carolina, and it was saying she had a tumor from here to her rib cage, her rib cage to her hip bone. So we sent the money. We said, "Let go. Let's put our money where our mouth is." And
Yeah.
so his dad came down here, and he got it, but we never told her.
Oh,
We
really?
just started treating her.
Yeah.
And 3 months later, she tells him, "I'm so sorry. I want to tell you I'm in no longer pain."
Really?
And I didn't even ask her. She just turned to me and she just said, "I'm not
She
in
had
pain
no
anymore."
idea.
And
Did
this was
y'all
my
keep her
grandma.
on the diet?
Yes,
She
died
till she
and-
passed.
Yeah.
Till she passed.
She was
She's
88.
but she
Okay.
didn't die of
So
cancer.
her
She
quality of life was
it was
improved.
beautiful.
Well, his
Yes.
grandfather passed, and they were together 67
Oh,
years.
It was
So
more
wasn't
of a-
because of cancer,
Maybe
it
a
was
broken
because of
heart.
broken heart.
Absolutely.
But what
Yeah.
we did for her was just gave her a better quality of life for the
Yeah,
last.
you guys did, not
Yeah,
us.
well,
you're
I tell
you're
people we
clinic.
put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah.
So we believe in this place so much.
Oh, we tell people all the
So
time.
have y'all been here before?
No.
First time. We
that's
just had to
why
come
we-
in and
I
see
just
you,
got my
meet
teeth
you guys.
done.
So what are y'all doing in
I
Tijuana?
just got my tooth.
Oh, really? Came
Yeah,
for the
so I
dentist?
went to the dentist
Yeah.
and.
And you live where?
In
Las
Las Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, cool.
So, but
Well,
you know
now
what's
you know where we're
crazy?
at.
And now I know I've seen the building now. I just wanted to see,
Yeah.
My dad told me that if this is true, that this was owned by the cartel before you guys purchased it.
So, so my aunt's the one who brought the clinic here in 1963. Her name was Mildred Nelson. She was
I just
a nurse
took a Dr.
for
Hoxie.
Harry Hoxie back in the day. And real quick story how my family got involved is my grandmother, my Aunt Mildred's mother, she had uterine cancer and was treated in the little small town in Texas we lived at. Finally, the local doctor told my granddad, "This is all we can do." They just give her radiation. My mother said she can remember when she came home and her belly was just black from the radiation. So it was the same story, we'll keep her comfortable type deal. Well, Harry Hoxie had a clinic in Dallas at the time, his biggest one. And so my granddad called my Aunt Mildred, who was an RN working in a hospital in Oklahoma, and said, "Hey, come drive us to Dallas." Back then, old people, they
Yeah.
were driving. Anyway, so he was a rancher, and she said, "Yeah, what do you need? Tractor parts or something?" He said, "No, I'm going to take your mother to the doctor, And she, "Well, what doctor?" "Well, there's Harry," and he was kind of famous, real controversial. This was in the 40s.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, that guy, he's a quack. He's going to take all your money, blah, blah, blah." Anyway, she went and drove him. Got there, my granddad and grandmother went back, and then in a minute, my granddad brought Harry Hoxie out and introduced to my Aunt Mildred and told him, said, "This is my daughter Mildred, and she's an RN, and she thinks you're a quack." And Mildred said she could have just crawled under the... Anyway, so Harry Hoxie said, "Hey," and so the waiting room was full, said, "Talk to any of these patients
That's
in
right.
here. Like, there's our files. And by the way, I need to hire a nurse." Well, she still thought the guy was a quack, but my grandmother was taking the treatment, so she took the job, took a leave of absence from the hospital just to watch after my grandmother and prove to him that he was a quack. Anyway, long story short, my grandmother died in 98 and just a few months away from being 100 years old.
Wow.
And so
Praise
it
God.
helped
Praise
for
God.
her. And of course,
Mildred.
convinced my Aunt Mildred, and so she worked for him, and then they were pretty much pushed out of the United States. You know, they tried to do it underground and find them. And anyway, so finally Harry Hoxie said, I'm done, I'm tired of fighting. You take it to a border town and treat people. Change the name. So she changed it to Biomedical Center, but everybody still calls it the Hoxie Clinic. But
That's what I.
That's what we.
yeah, so that's kind of this story how my family got involved.
Well, I wanted so desperately when COVID hit. My aunt had it. She had the uterine and fallopian tube cancer, and we called here. We had which my cousin, her son, would never do it.
Really?
And I was like, and now she's dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was only 75 years old, and there was no reason for her to die.
Yeah.
And so I was so angry, but I have to let it go. In fact, we're going to spread her ashes in Maine in next month.
Yeah.
We were going to pay for her to come here, and
No, she couldn't
we've offered
come
to pay
here.
for a couple people to come here
Yeah.
because that's how much we believe in you guys.
That's great
You know,
investors.
So
Appreciate it.
what happened was it happened in February of 2020. So they thought she had COVID.
Yeah.
And it was diagnosed with fallopian tube
Yeah.
and ovarian cancer.
Yeah.
So I had called here because I'm so interested in children. And I hate the way they treat people and how they suffer. And so when I called that day, the nurse had said to me, she said, well, we had a guy come in the other day. He was 30 years old, and when he was 5, he had brain cancer.
Yeah.
And I just started crying.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
so I am so.
There's all kinds of stories like that.
Is there some way that we could be a sponsor or do something? Because my belief system, I told everyone I know that if it happens to me, I'm coming here. I'm not, there's no question.
We do have a foundation, and in the waiting room, I don't know if you noticed, but on the left wall, there's all these stars and stuff.
Okay.
So we have this, and here's what way this happened. Back when my Aunt Mildred was alive, there was a patient she had, and she died, and it wasn't a cancer, okay? And she left her whole estate to my Aunt Mildred. And it was, it's several $100,000. And so instead of taking that money, she took it and started this foundation, 501c3s. And she would take that money for people that couldn't afford the treatment.
Exactly.
She would always make them pay something. I can remember when I was a little kid being out there, and a guy she would treat anybody as long as they could get it. My guy showed up, all he had was $20. She took 10 of it, and I asked her that night, I said, why would you take this $10 to this
I get
guy?
chills because that's how.
And she said, if they don't pay something, they don't think it's worth anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the way that kind of, we don't pay for people the entire
And that is
treatment,
true.
but we help. Normally we don't. We have in the
No,
past.
yeah.
Normally we will help them. You know, with the treatment.
Well, that's why we knew my grandparents could. They were $3 short of getting food stamps.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, we were in North Carolina. We had just adopted our 2 goddaughters.
Yeah.
So we were across the country. We're like, okay, we'll just send you the money, put it in the bank,
Yeah.
go do what you got to do.
That's
And then
great.
his dad came down here.
That's
And
great.
so we have such a strong belief
Yeah,
system.
well, I'm glad you guys stopped by.
Is there gold fixtures in the bathroom?
No,
No.
I mean, yeah, well, I don't know. So the
'Cause
story on the building was, so when y'all are leaving, when you go down the hill, there's another building that looks kind of like this right next to it. And then right below that, you'll look, there's a building, it's got a double wide trailer house on top of it. And that's where her original clinic was. She built it, she bought this building, and she bought a used, in 1963, a used double wide trailer. That's the same house we still live in. Anyway, about the late 70s, early 80s, there was a lady building this house, and she was supposedly
Involved with-
illegal drug
right,
cartel.
right.
And she got thrown in jail. Well, her and Aunt Mildred had kind of become friends because they were going to be neighbors, even
Right.
though she was a criminal. And she called Aunt Mildred. She said, "Hey, I'm in jail. I need money. You want to buy the house we're building?" And so Aunt Mildred bought it.
Gotcha.
Worth the money. It
Gotcha.
wasn't finished. Like where the bird deal was going to be a fountain.
Oh, gotcha.
Where the cafe, the cafe and all that was a garage, and then the second story building there was a handball court. Anyway, she finished it out. And then this is kind of crude, the other story that I've heard is she was building it to be a bordello. And if you go through this place sometimes, you can kind of see
Get that energy.
There's little bedrooms here and there, the kitchen up there. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the thing. Anyway.
Interesting.
But what I always thought was so cool about it, she kept living in that used 1963 trailer house. and kept this for her patients, you know. Instead, she could have, because she was, at that time, you know, in the 70s, the doctors that were here told me there was like 40 patients a day was not unusual.
And people don't
Wow.
understand and they don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just a
kids
barrier.
don't know.
You tell them it's in Mexico, and it's like I think their mind shuts down.
Oh yeah, right. when you
Instead
say
of
kill
right,
women,
and it's
I
like
guarantee.
it's terrible. It's
Yeah.
you
Well, I
know.
literally just spent $450 on a new tooth. In the U.S., it's over $2,500, and
Yeah.
so like that. It
Yeah.
was done. I came last week. They put the temporary.
I think you guys do a great job in Mexico with teeth, with cancer, with.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you guys are God's people. Yeah. We love
Thanks
you.
all for coming. Thank
We
you.
love what you do here, and we're going to
You bet.
continue supporting you
You
guys.
bet.
We love you, my
Thank
man.
you so much. Man.
Appreciate you taking the time to
You
feed
bet.
us. That
You
was.
bet. I'm glad y'all came
extra
by.
special.
Oh my
That was cool.
God, I'm so.
So now we can say we've been here.
I know, and now we got the real story because we
Yeah.
had a story, but it wasn't as the
Yeah.
real story.
Oh, backstory. Get the backstory.
We heard about Dr. Hoxie and we knew that he was, but we heard that he tried to, they wanted to take the patent away from him. That's
So-
what we heard.
At one time, the story I've heard, and I just kind of know one side, but so there was this guy, his name was Morris Fishbein, and he was head of the AMA, FDA, something.
Yes.
So he was going to give the formula and everything to this guy. And so Harry Hoxie, who had got it from his grandfather, passed down from his grandfather and his father to him,
Oh, wow.
he said, yes, you know, we'll make a deal or whatever, but you have to promise me that you'll treat everybody, even if they can afford it or whatever. Because he said, that's what I had to promise from my father and my grand. And this Morris Fishbein says, we may not treat anybody. So their deal was, from the side that I heard, they were going to get this and bury it. Because
Exactly.
Yeah.
cancer is such big business.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And so Harry Hoxie, he said no deal.
Good deal.
And that's when they really got on him and closed all his clinics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't that horrible?
Oh yeah.
May not treat anybody. May not help anybody when
Yeah.
we've got the source to
And
help
watch,
them.
Yeah.
like my
What a-
aunt, what pain and suffering she went
Yeah.
through for nothing. For nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's horrible.
Yeah, when my dad was here, they showed the picture of the AMA actually talking of 5 studies of people that Hoxie treated
Oh.
Yeah.
that
Yeah, he
were
won that
cancer
one.
free, and then they took it off the
Oh,
website.
no, it was
The Fitzgerald report tells about it. I mean, and it's a deal that was done in Congress. They had a congressional hearing, you know, and it talks about these people that he was cured and
Well, they
says it's
said,
validity.
the Anderson Cancer Clinic,
Oh yeah.
they had 5 people, they said that they couldn't help and they sent them here.
Oh, yeah.
That's when they had it on the website and then the AMA took it down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, we got a guy that one of the drivers brings patients, and he had started doing a lot of video testimonials, and we'd put them on YouTube and show, because patients, especially if they hadn't heard it, they want to see something like that.
Yeah.
Well, they took them down from YouTube.
Yeah, I'm leaving
Because
this up
it's-
as long as it'll stay up for my friends and family to be able to see.
Yeah.
But hopefully that might inspire somebody that, you know, that might not be inspired
Yeah.
to come here, you know, because I definitely,
But now you don't even have to, because I went up with my aunt, we had her on a conference call, she spoke to one of the doctors, and then, you know, we're gonna send her medical records here, but my cousin, sorry, John.
But you know, that's hard for us to do, and we did that a lot during COVID, but it puts our clinic at risk, because what we have to do to mail the treatment is, you can't mail it from Mexico because the mail's so messed up here. So we have to cross it across the United States and
And have
mail.
it
So it puts us at risk, one, having to cross it, and then two, you know,
Well,
FDA gets on to us that we're mailing this stuff in the United States. So that's
Gotcha.
why we try not to do that much
Gotcha.
anymore.
Yeah.
Now, if the patient can't travel, if they're too sick or something like that, somebody can come for them. Bring
That's
their
what
medical.
happened with this
Okay.
guy.
Bring their
This
medical.
guy.
That way, we don't have to risk the clinic
Losing.
and crossing.
absolutely,
You know.
that makes,
Okay, that's better, because
Yeah.
when I get called from my aunt, because of COVID, it was a whole.
We had
different-
to do then.
But that's
Yeah,
okay,
you
well,
didn't have
any
much
of us,
choice.
we can do it.
Yeah.
We would-
Yeah.
We did. I mean,
I
there
would
was a
come for
long
anybody.
while we didn't
Yeah.
have any patients. We didn't have doctors here.
Do you know
Yeah,
what
we
else
sit
I
down.
was so impressed with, is that we had given his dad a check for $1,800, and they said, oh, it's only like $1,200.
they told us it was going to be around 1,800, and then when he came in, it was only under 1,200
Yeah.
to be treated,
And they
and
sent us the
they
money.
sent my dad back the
Oh
difference.
yeah. I mean, we only charge for what we do. And
Yeah.
But
You
you
know,
know
right
what I'm
now
saying?
we're
What I-
saying between 1,800 to, used to, back in the set, it was just a tonic and maybe a little vitamin C and a diet, and that was it. But I tell you, these cases, and I don't know, but since COVID, it seems like it's worse. It's like, some people call it like turbo cancers or something. And the patients that we had that were doing really well, and then after they took the shot for COVID, they
Oh
went
my God.
downhill.
We wouldn't take it. We
Oh,
refused.
no, we didn't take
were
the
like,
shot.
There's no way.
Yeah.
You know, my brother is a retired command sergeant major, and he was like, he took the shot. He said, well, you know how many countries I couldn't have gone in if I didn't have a vaccine.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but I was like, this is not a proven vaccine. All
It's
those
not a
other
vaccine,
vaccines,
yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying at
Yeah.
the time. But and then they sent my nephew and my sister-in-law. She goes, we want to help people. I'm like, so you can get sick and die.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. But
Yeah.
we
yeah.
wouldn't take it, so we wouldn't.
Another thing we're doing is the next building right next door, we're making an anti-aging or age reversal type clinic. We're having these treatments for like, we have a hyperbaric chamber down there. We're just kind of waiting to get our license, and we're doing different IVs like ozone IV therapy, glutathione IVs. We're going to do stem cells, stuff like that.
So you're
And the
expanding.
plan is, hopefully, that'll be for well people, you know, people that can afford stuff. And then hopefully that clinic down there will help this clinic where we can help more people and not have to worry about paying the light bill and stuff like that. So
Well,
anyway,
you
that's
guys,
our
what you're
next
doing
goal.
is amazing. And
When do you guys plan that?
We planned to open it about 10 months ago.
Gotcha. Just
This
logistics
kinda-
are
it's a lot of
holding you.
bureaucracy in
Sure,
this country
yes.
too, and so we're just kind of waiting on license and stuff like that. But we've got a doctor that's going to run it, and another.
do you
doctor.
have like any of like an email like that can update people? Or
Yeah, I mean, you can go to our website, which is
I've been to the website.
okay,
Yeah, let me have.
and
it
you can
here.
say contact me on there.
Okay.
On the website, that's my personal email address. You can email me anytime. That's our website, of course, and you can go on there, email me that way or this way or
I'm
whatever.
so grateful to you.
Yes. Very nice to meet you.
It's very
I'll get
nice
y'all,
to
and we got some brochures. I'll see
Oh,
if maybe you
yeah,
still got
that would be
some.
great. We have a taxi driver waiting.
Yeah,
Okay,
we better
yeah,
get out
But
there.
I'd rather be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to come in and just
I wish
say
right
now we've been here
I wish
and
I could
see
tell
that.
those people
Yeah.
like
But,
what's happened with us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I was like, I want to go and sell you.
Yeah.
This works.
Yeah. That's another reason coming here instead of just
Exactly.
smelling it
Yeah,
to you.
'cause you
It's
can
just-
see.
Yeah, you talk to everybody, you know, you get a lot of hope and stuff from that.
Well,
For
my
sure,
father-in-law
for sure.
had a lady that had come here from Milan, and she said she was already cured, but she wanted to come back to.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It was pretty crazy. I said, all right, just leave us, dude.
Oh no, if he does, we'll just get another one and we'll have to buy 2 more bags. Oh, this is Mildred, okay.
Just want to tell you people, this stuff works. We did it for our grandmother and didn't even tell her she was on it. So it
Yeah.
saved her life.
You guys are at a good place.
Sorry.
For sure.
Thank you so much. Sorry to be so.
Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah,
Thank you
love
so
you.
much.
Thank you for y'all for coming by.
Yes.
Good to hear y'all's story.
Yes, I appreciate you.
Okay.
Yep. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing what you're doing here. Okay. That was it, guys. You got a full earful. But there's a
So
swimming
great.
pool over here. This is a pretty amazing, elaborate little place. But obviously more to it than just a hospital. But there's a little pool over there, and yeah. All right, well, we're about ready to get back in our taxi cab and get back on the road back to the U.S. Had a great trip in Mexico. Hey, thank you very much. Te amo, love you, my friend. Hold on. All right. So if you know anybody suffering with cancer, feel free to reach out, and we'll give you all the details if you need it. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to put them in the post. But we absolutely love this facility right here. And our taxi cab driver. We love him too. Thank you so much for waiting, my friend. Okay, we're over and out.
This was an experience of a lifetime.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. Actually, we'll show you a little bit of Mexico on the way out.
This started, this doctor, it was passed down from a great grandfather to son to this formula.
Yeah.
And it's cured our grandma. For $1,200, she was cured of cancer.
So it's $40 good?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you $40.
Give me $40.
I'm sorry it took a little longer than we expected, but they
They called us
They
in
gave
and
us-
the gentleman, it was his aunt that opened this facility. So he told us the whole history. Oh my God, thank you so much. Giving all my 20s
you know what, I
away.
might not have another 20, but let's see what we got going on out here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much, my friend.
This is mine. I need to hold it. Do you want this back?
If that pharmacy that we just drove by, maybe you could just stop real quick and let her look real quick, no?
Okay.
We're looking for ivermectin.
And see how much it is? Maybe we can get some ivermectin.
Turn it off right now. You got a good story. Take out some of the things I
Just
said.
showing Mexico.
The flag is over there.
It's kind of hard to.
Oh my gosh.
That was a great experience. I'm sure we're glad we got to do that.
I'm glad you wanted to do that. We're so close.
Yes. It's always just been a figment of our imagination up until today.
So we got to meet the grandson. That is so cool.
All right, you guys, I think you've seen enough of Mexico. We're over and out. Love you guys. Wish everybody well. It's in the mighty name of Jesus that we give thanks and praise and get to have this beautiful walk. Amen.